Hey everybody, Jeff, your executive gardener. It's been a while, but I'm still here. Still alive and kicking, but very busy. So as you can see here, it is March outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. No leaves on the tree. It's about 55, 60 degrees today. All blue skies, but we still got a ways, I think, early May until we pass for sure our first frost. Anyway, so I have this caged in area. I'll back up and show you. And it was supposed to be a dog pen for our dog. It's 6 feet high with a door, goes shut, and it's pretty big. So I've actually turned this into a bit of a gardening wing of the house. Dog can't get in here, and there's another fence outside there, as you can see, that the dog goes in. But as most of you with dogs, we treat them like our family, so it does not spend much time out here. Anyway, so let me show you what we have going on. I've decided to use this great iron fence as a trellis, and I'll tell you why. So when I was in Texas, I tried repeatedly to grow grapevines, and unfortunately, Pierce disease killed them all. And those that live in Texas know what I'm talking about, with the exception of a few Pierce disease resistant vines and muscadine vines, but none of them are really any good. I mean, they're good for making jams and stuff like that, but just too sweet, tough skin, all of that type of stuff. Anyway, so here, we get more wine to sink a ship that we buy and entertaining guests and all that. So I don't need any more wine or grapes for wine. So we're going to just use them. I love table grapes, seedless grapes. So we're going to grow a few, and we're going to use this beautiful big fence as a trellis. I used it as a trellis last year for cucumbers and a few other things, but the grapevines will grow throughout this, and we'll have a pretty nice looking backyard with grapes hanging off of the fence, hopefully. So let me show you what I have here and I bought. So to start with, and so if you're outside, in zone, I guess we're 6 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, these are a few things you can start doing right now. All of these things are pretty cold hardy, so they're resistant to some low temperatures. But anyway, let's get on with it. So here I've planted a few potatoes, seed potatoes. They're in here, and we're going to hill them. Next, we have a 2-year-old black satin blackberry plant. So there's a blackberry plant. I bought those from Willis Orchards. As you can see, if I can get up close here, it's already starting to bud, okay? And I think we're going to start getting some growth there soon. But when you buy these plants from, I know, Georgia, tytyga.com, and Willis Orchards, 2 good places. My recommendation is that you go online and get them shipped to you. They have a guarantee with their products, but this is a 2-year-old that cost me, I think, between $12 and $20, and it's fruiting age. You can go to Home Depot or Lowe's and see these plants, and it's a fraction of the size, and you're going to wait 3 years to get fruit. So as you get started, I already planted it here in this 20-gallon container. It should do fine. I fertilized it, and we're just going to wait for the warmer weather and some sun. So next to it, I do have a Lakemont Lakemont seedless grapevine. This is a 3-year-old grapevine. I've planted it in this whiskey barrel, and it's not going to probably start shooting out vines for a little bit of time. But again, this is a 3-year-old I got. Again, it's probably $20, $25, but it immediately starts producing grapes, unlike what you might get at a Home Depot. Over here, we've got another grapevine, which is the Suffolk Red Seedless Grapevine. That should do well as well. And I'm not an expert, but many of these plants that we're going to talk about, you need 2 of to pollinate each other. So anyway, that's that. Over here, actually, I bought this at Lowe's, and this is an example. Look at the comparison between the one over there and this. This was $10 at Lowe's. It was just a different type of blackberry called the thornless blackberry. And by the way, when you buy blackberries or raspberries, I would recommend getting the thornless kind, especially if you have kids or pets, or unless you want to get stuck. But so that's one right there. Here, this is a Apache 2-year-old Apache Blackberry vine. So anyway, that's that. Over here, this is a raspberry vine that I got. That's 2 years old. That will produce as well. Over here we have a heritage, trying to think what this is. I think it's another blackberry heritage. So we have that as well. And then over here we have a salad mix that we're starting. And we put seeds all throughout there. Over here, this is a plant that I had from last year. This is a crimson seedless grapevine. Now it's 4 years old. It's grown a little bit, and it's certainly fruit-bearing size. As you can see, I pruned some of the vines. And then over here, I can't remember what it is, but this was a grapevine that I got from, I think, Gurney or one of these places. It's about 2 or 3 years old. That will also produce grapes. And then lastly over here, this is pretty cool. So for $24, $25, I got 3-year-old, what is this, blueberry plants. So you'll see the size of these things, pretty good size, and they're ready to bear fruit. So this is a blue crop blueberry plant, and this is a beret blueberry plant. So we'll put them next to each other. Just a reminder, if you're planting blueberries, they like the soil a little more acidic. So make sure you buy some granular fertilizer or kind of dust to reduce the acidity of your soil. They do like their soil, and I've already adjusted for that. So we're going to have some pretty amazing fruit. And then lastly, I did get a 3-in-1 dwarf apple tree. That's going to be cool. So again, apple, I think it requires 700 frost hours, which we certainly get here in Pennsylvania. And apple trees, just like most fruit trees or fruiting varieties, require 2 to fertilize each other. So the great thing is the 3-in-1 has multiple different branches graft to it, so the actual tree will fertilize itself. So that's what I have. We'll check back in a little bit, but lots of fruit for this summer and fall for most of these varieties. That's all I have. This is Jeff, your executive gardener, giving you an update in the late winter, hopefully soon early spring, up here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hope everybody's having a good one. My next video, I've actually started planting seeds inside, specifically my pepper seeds. If you're up in North New York, Maryland, Pennsylvania, pepper plants take a long time for the seedlings to grow, to get from seed to seedling. So if you haven't started your seeds indoors as of yet, you probably should get going, because after May you'll put them out and they take a while to grow. So I'll show you what I'm doing under the lights in a few days with that. Until then, Jeff, your executive gardener. Bye for now.